Good morning, my dear students. Hope you all are keeping well by the grace of God. Welcome back to your online arithmetic class for Standard 3. And today we are going to continue with the topic geometry and patterns. In the previous class, we have started this chapter. So today, first of all, we are going to recapitulate the previous knowledge and then we will move to the next topic, that is solid figures. Alright, so girls, let us start with plane figures. What are plane figures? Plane figures are those that can be drawn on the flat surface such as paper. We all know that it has two measurements. These are length and breadth or width. These are also known as two-dimensional figures or 2D shapes. There are many kinds of plane shapes, but here we are going to focus on 5 basic kinds. These are squares, rectangles, circles, ovals, and triangles. Quickly recall the sides and corners of the following plane shapes. Square. We know it has 4 sides and 4 corners. All sides of a square are equal. Rectangle. It has 4 sides and 4 corners. Opposite sides are equal. Circle. It has 0 sides and 0 corners. Oval. It has 0 sides and 0 corners. Triangle. It has 3 sides and 3 corners. Let us explore about our today's topic, that is solid shapes. In class 2, we have already learnt about them. I'm sure you can identify the shapes. These are the examples of some solid shapes: cube, cuboid, cylinder, cone, sphere. Now we are going to learn a little bit of more about these shapes. Solid shapes. What are solid shapes? Objects that occupy space are called solid shapes. Solid shapes have faces, edges, and corners. So girls, in this picture, you can see that this is a cube, an example of solid shape. And it also have face, edge and vertex or corners. Now let us find out what is face. The outside of a solid shape is called its face or surface. Solid shapes have flat or curved faces. So here in this example, we can see that the outside of this solid shape is called faces. So these all are the faces of this cube. Now here these faces are flat, right? But if we consider this shape, then we can find out it has two kinds of faces. One is flat face, another is curved face. Now girls, can you tell me what shape is this? I think you are correct. This is a cone. So we can see that a cone has two kinds of faces. One is flat face, another is curved face. And a cube has flat faces. Alright, now let us learn about edge. What is an edge? An edge is where two faces meet. An edge is where two faces meet. If we take the example of cube, then we can see that this is one face and this one is another face of this cube. And these two faces meet here. So that is why this portion is called edge, an edge of this cube. Now, what is corner? What is corner? A corner is where three edges meet. So, a corner is where three edges meet. So, here we can see that these three edges meets here. So, we can call it a corner or vertex of this cube. The corner is also called a vertex. Alright girls? Now let us learn about cube. What is a cube? A cube is a solid three-dimensional figure which has 6 square faces, 12 edges and 8 corners or vertices. So girls, this is a picture of a cube. So here let us find out the 6 square faces of this cube. So this is 1, This portion is 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So girls, please remember, a cube has 6 square faces. Now, let us learn about the properties of cube. All the sides in a cube are equal and every face is a square. A cube has 6 faces, 12 edges and how many corners, girls? Right, 8 corners or vertices. So you must remember that a cube has 6 faces, 12 edges and 8 corners or vertices. In this picture you can see that these are the edges of this cube. And how many edges a cube has? Right, it has 12 edges. And how many corners? 8 corners. So this one is a corner. This is another corner. Likewise, a cube has altogether 8 corners or vertices. Now, where do we see cube commonly in our daily life? Let us see some objects. Rubik cube, gift box, dices and paper box. These are very common in our daily life, right girls? And do you know, these all objects have the shape of a cube. Cuboid. What is cuboid? A cuboid is a three-dimensional shape which has 6 rectangular shaped faces, 8 vertices and 12 edges. So girls, you can easily find out that the only difference between cube and cuboid is the shape. The cube is very similar to square, whereas cuboid is rectangular shaped. Okay, now this is the picture of a cuboid. So from this picture you can easily find out the 6 rectangular shaped faces. These all are the faces of this cuboid and 8 vertices. See, here it is, and 12 edges. These are the edges of this cuboid. All right. Now let us learn the properties of cuboid. In a cuboid, the opposite sides of each face are equal, just like rectangle, right? And every face is a rectangle. That we can easily find out from this diagram, right? And a cuboid also has 6 faces, 12 edges and 8 corners, just like a cube. Clear? Now, let us find out some examples of cuboid from our daily life. Matchbox, almirah, brick, suitcase. So girls, all these objects have the shape of a cuboid. Now, let us learn about cylinder. So what is a cylinder? A cylinder is a solid three-dimensional figure which has three faces. There are two plane or flat faces and one curved face. So in this diagram, you can easily find out that this cylinder has three faces. This is 1, this is 2, and this one is 3. The two plane or flat faces, so this face and this face are circular plane surface, and this is the curved surface. Girls, please remember the solid shapes have straight or curved edges. Alright? In the previous two shapes, that is cube and cuboid, we have learned that a cube has straight edges as well as a cuboid, but cylinder has curved edges. You can see that this is the curved edge of cylinder, and a cylinder has two curved edges. All right. Now let us see the properties of cylinder. A cylinder has three faces. There are two plane or flat faces and one curved face. Girls, please learn the definition of each and every shape very carefully, along with the properties of that particular shape, and do practice the diagrams at home. Okay? Now, let us see some examples of cylinder. Cylindrical candles, can, mug, drum, and many more. Let us revise that we have learned today. Objects that occupy space are called solid shapes. Solid shapes have faces, edges, and corners. Face. The outside of a solid shape is called its face or surface. Solid shapes have flat or curved faces. Edge. An edge is where two faces meet. Corner. A corner is where three edges meet. The corner is also called a vertex. Now let us learn this chart. Cube has 6 faces, 12 edges and 8 corners. Cuboid has 6 faces, 12 edges and 8 corners. Cylinder has 3 faces, 2 edges and no corners. Another thing we should remember, a solid shape can have straight or curved edges. A cube has 12 straight edges. A cuboid has 12 straight edges. A cylinder has 2 curved edges. Okay? Now, this is the time for think and answer. So girls, please try out these questions at home. Number 1. Name and draw the shape described. A. 2 flat faces, 1 curved face, 2 curved edges, no corners. Can you guess? You have to write the name of this shape and need to draw a neat and clean picture of that particular shape. Alright? And girls, please remember, do not forget to label your diagram. That's mean after drawing a particular shape, you have to write the name of it. Clear? B. 4 straight sides. All its sides are equal. No curved sides. 4 corners. Fill in the blanks. A. A dash is where 3 edges meet. B. A cube has no dash faces. C. A cylinder has dash flat faces and dash curved face. D. Every face of a cuboid is a dash. Number 3. Draw a cuboid. Number 4. What shape do they have? A. A book. B. A dice. C. A page of a book. D. A can. E. A tube light. F. A matchbox. So that's all for today. Hope you all have understood today's lesson. So girls, please read the chapter thoroughly at home and try out the diagrams. All right? Thank you. God bless you.